Because the thing you get to do against Living End, it's kind of weird and cheesy, but it works, obviously, is like just pitch a Solitude with no target, and then let it come back, and then the deck that plays Ephemerate gets to just flicker it and exile more things.
Right.
And you're just like, bring a Solitude back for free, exile your big boy, exile 2 other things, call it a day. And then, like, worry about your 5/5 later. Because really, it's only 2 damage at that point, because your Solitude hits them and gains you 3 life. So they hit you for 5, you gain 3
Creep
back.
off the bat and game goes to go.
So, oh my god.
I think Bob had a multiple.
Bob mauled the 5, and Jonah griefed, and Bob just conceded to attempt.
Did he concede before he let him see the cards?
Yeah.
Yes,
So
I respect it, but what
I just assumed it was the
like Twiddle Storm. Yeah.
Twiddle Storm makes sense. Yeah, I don't know why I didn't think of Twiddle Storm, but I instantly went to that, like...
I mean, Breach is more popular right now, yeah. Underworld Breach, Grinding Station combo.
We don't concede to the grief this time.
Well, yeah, because you have
Counterspell.
you have a Rest in Peace, which is getting taken. He kept a 1-lander, has a Force Negation, which is like okay. The only problem is Force Negation soft to a Violent Outburst. There's a top deck land that doesn't matter, and we're gonna win this game, chat. So hope you all have fun. Sometimes it's just that easy, man. I don't know.
Hold up Counterspell for the rest of the game. I mean, Jonah has Force in hand too, and Outburst, it looks like, so...
Yeah, it was more of a joke, for sure.
Gonna slam Stoneforge. That is a Stoneforge, I'm assuming.
Yeah, it's Stoneforge.
Is turn 4 infinite turns too slow in Modern? Sometimes, I'm sure it is.
Okay, I don't know if I necessarily like this grab.
Grabbing Cauldra?
Yeah, because it's really expensive, and you're relying on Jonah not to have a land here. So Jonah just gets to crack his land on your upkeep after you draw a card. So you let Robert draw a card so you get to look at more info. Because Robert's going to try to counterspell your Violent Outburst. But your Violent Outburst, you do your Cascade thing, you hit your Living End, you bring back like a smaller board than normal, but it's big enough to kill him. He can never cheat in this Cauldra. Now he can because you let him. But he has to fight over the Living End, so he won't be able to cheat it in, I guess. But then you're never able to cast Cauldra. Like, you're not going to be able to cast it.
Right.
So you have to cheat it in. So I kind of like grabbing a sword, maybe, like a protection from blue sword, so you can get free blocks in, maybe, or a Batter Skull for some lifelink. And it's at least reasonably castable, although I feel like we're not going to win this game.
Yeah, I think this game's pretty much going to be over.
There's no way Jonah just went to his turn. Oh my god, he did.
Well, he's just chilling.
Wait.
I don't know why you don't just fire.
No, so people watching, if you're playing Living End, you Violent Outburst on his end step.
So you can get it back.
So he tries to counterspell. He has counterspell. You force it between your shardless.
Does he have another blue spell in hand? Is that he has a shardless?
Yeah.
Okay, then yeah. Yeah, I think you just go for it there. I don't know.
Yeah, you just go for it and you call it a day. Because now he got this Cauldron. Although it's not going to matter because you can wipe the germ anyway.
Right.
But like, does Jonah kind of made a mistake earlier when we were playtesting, and I don't know if he forgot, but he tried to force on his own turn.
Yeah, he might be thinking like, oh, I saw Robert have a force earlier, but that force can't,
So now he's doing it.
Can't do anything with the force on his own turn.
And maybe he didn't. Maybe he top decked Charles. I'm not entirely sure, but
has an Architect's.
Are we gonna pay for that, Robert, or what?
I'll make sure he does.
This is Jonah's turn, right?
No, we should be on Robert's turn here.
Okay.
So Stone4 is gone. The
Cauldron stays in play. The
he got it.
Dead.
So Jonah needs to have Charlotte's Agent in exile. A pretty interesting hand. He takes the force. I'm not entirely sure I agree with that. I would probably take the Baby Teferi. Baby Teferi can come down, bounce one of these creatures that Jonah cannot cast, so like the Grief for the Street Wraith. The other ones have hexproof, so not doing a whole lot. Like, he just has these 10/10s. Noble's also a good take because it's a creature he can equip to later if he gets lucky enough to do so. And this is why I was talking about the sword being a good grab, because if you grab Fire and Ice here, you protect it. You protect your creature, and you get to chomp one of these big 5/5s the whole time, while also potentially getting a swing and like ping out down some of the things. But the game's already over. Living In did what Living In does. Although game one's a little unfortunate, you mull to 5 and then you get griefed. You just have no play in that game. You just pick them up and move on.
Yeah.